It's nice to actually be back home, and it's a big deal. It's nice to actually make my debut on American stage. I fought all over the world for the past few years, and for me, it's been a personal dream of mine. But I'm more personally excited with actually fighting back home in the Bay Area. They just had their fight in San Jose, and I would have loved to be in that card. And I'm looking forward to just exciting things next year and fighting back in San Jose. That's the same place where I won my first world boxing title. So anyone who watched my last two MMA fights, I focused solely a lot on wrestling, and so my style was a little bit different, my stance was a little bit different, and because of that I felt like my striking suffered a little. So it was nice to take the past couple of years to step back and forth, where I focused on grappling, and then I got back into boxing, and I even had to step away from both arts just so I can get a better perspective, and I went back to my roots. I went back to kicking, to the taekwondo, to the Kempo martial arts, and just from that I was able to slowly incorporate the boxing and then the wrestling, and then I got into the jiu-jitsu, and one of my teammates is Frank Mir, and it's nice to actually pick the brain of someone like him who is so experienced in MMA grappling. So yeah, she went off of 2 explosive knockouts on her last amateur fight. She knocked her opponent out in 7 seconds, and her pro debut she knocked her opponent out again in the 7th round, or 2nd round, and we're looking forward to that. And what I love about fighting for Bellator is that the flyweight division, it's stacked. The roster is just full of phenomenal potential, and it's like a day in the life for any fighter. I remember just being in boxing alone. I fight at 122 pounds, and the women in there, they're highly competitive. So it doesn't matter what their background is, what their record is, everyone's gunning for you. So I expect no different stepping into the cage October 20th, and I just want to put on a show. Yeah, sure. Well, me and my team have been working very, very hard for the past 2 years. Yeah, I stayed low-key for a reason. There's a reason why I wanted to show only my boxing on social media. We worked a lot specifically on just me developing my style. So if anyone, if they want to know what's gonna happen, I expect to showcase just phenomenal martial arts. Because first and foremost, for those who know me as a boxer, I am a martial artist. So yeah, no. Fact of the matter is, MMA is still a young sport. Nevertheless, women's MMA is a young sport. With that said, it's nice to have someone like Heather actually follow in the footsteps with me, where I have a dual contract where I can fight both in MMA and in boxing. So it's nice to actually have a counterpart. And in the combat sport game, I mean, Ali wouldn't be Ali if it wasn't for Joe Frazier and Sonny Liston. You have to have names in a division. And so with something like the flyweight division in Bellator, it's so stacked. There's so much talent. This is what us women need, and so this is what I need. If she wants to get down, let's get down. That's why I'm calling her out. So, we want to get the show on the road. We want people involved, and we put in a lot of work, and we want to showcase it. Yeah, actually, my boxing promoter, Alan Tremblay, is working alongside with her boxing promoter, with Lou DiBella, and so it's something that we've been trying to establish for a while. So obviously, there's a lot of things that goes on in the fight game, and hopefully we can materialize something as soon as the end of the year. It hasn't been done. It's untapped territory, and if there's any time to take the opportunity, it's right now. So, let's do it.